Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. Last week we met Dr. Rizik here, who is part of a collaboration we're doing called The Procedure. That'll be coming up in March, which is really neat. But we also know that you are collaborating with HonorHealth, and you were just telling me 28 years you've been with them?
It really is amazing. You know, we have something very special at HonorHealth. Most of us say we are at HonorHealth because we really want to be. We have a superb executive leadership under Todd Laporte, John Neal, Kim Post, and others. And it's been a place where we talked last week about the evolution of cardiovascular medicine. HonorHealth has been on the forefront of that evolution. A lot of firsts at HonorHealth over the years, national firsts and international firsts. So it's been a great place for me to grow up with, it's really a spectacular place to get health care.
Wow, that's so great to hear that, and especially as we were saying, being somewhere for so long is kind of unusual, but also amazing. That
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
So I love it. As he mentioned last week, we talked about, of course, what you do and what's going on. You can see all that on AZTV.com. We have a special page there as we're leading up to the procedure that we're going to be going into your office, as we say, to see you work. But let's talk about maybe not having to get to your office if we do the right things, and that is, of course, being heart healthy. And again, you love what you do, and you're happy that you can help people, but you also want to make sure people don't have to come see you in a way, right?
Yeah, the most successful treatment is prevention. If we can prevent getting patients to the point of needing a procedure, that's the ultimate success. And there's really simple things that we can do every day. Things like, you know, the big three are eat right, don't ever start smoking, and exercise regularly. And I think we all have a pretty good sense of what it means to eat right, or at least we have a good sense of what it is to eat wrong. If you have donuts for breakfast and burgers and fries for lunch, that's probably not heart healthy. But eating right, eating a well-balanced diet, exercising on a regular basis. If it's 30 minutes a day or 40 minutes a day, do some type of activity. And we live in Arizona, where better? I mean, we can exercise year-round here. We don't have to worry about, you know, snow stacking up or mounting up. So this is a great place, and this is a great time of year to get started in exercise if you haven't. And then the worst thing you can do is to ever pick up a cigarette. It's just that bad for you.
Yeah, you said it right there. Bad habits lead to heart problems. One is the smoking, one not eating right. And the other one, we could say, is not really paying attention to your family members. That's the other way, the prevention too, when you start seeing dad or mom short of breath and doing things. And we talk about men and heart problems, but we're hearing more and more women are having heart attacks or having heart problems.
That's a really, really great point. If you think historically, it was always that only men get heart attacks. There is nothing more false in our world. We learned many years ago, I mean, at young ages, men have a higher rate of heart attacks and heart disease than women. But by the time you get into 60s, 70s, and 80s, women start to catch up. And a lot of young women in their 40s can have a heart attack, or we've treated patients, young women. So it's not something where we should ignore sex as a contributor to heart disease. It's just maybe the ages are different. I think it's very important for men and women to get heart healthy at a young age. It's never too early to start.
Yeah, and you know, with the pandemic and last year, a lot of people started to see where health was one of the reasons why a lot of people got sick, why we lost a lot of people. But you guys have been talking about heart health way before the pandemic, but now as we go forward, you're talking more about, listen, let's get into this pretty much a habit of eating smart, being smart, but seeing your doctor.
Seeing your doctor regularly. And you brought up the pandemic, and I'm so glad you did, and I know you know this. One of the issues related to the pandemic would be patients concerned or afraid to go to the hospital because they're afraid they'll catch COVID. So what happened, what we saw beginning last March, April, were patients with heart disease, patients having heart attacks who didn't want to come to the hospital, and when they finally did present to the hospital, it was very late and they had more complications, they were sicker, they were more fragile. So the pandemic You know, we talk about see your doctor on a regular basis, and the pandemic has done nothing but exacerbate that.
Yeah. And we want to mention that HonorHealth has different offices away from the hospital, so you're not, as they say, disturbing the hospital when you are giving a call to your office or somewhere.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's important to get in there.
We have hospitals, we have clinics, private offices. HonorHealth has a whole network of mechanisms by which you can get good care.
So, okay, we're on our second week leading up to the procedure. Can we get, I know we're giving too much away, but what's going to happen with this procedure that we're going to be doing with you?
We mentioned last week that there's been a meteoric evolution in cardiovascular care. So we've picked something that only 5 years ago or 6 years ago wasn't even available. And many of the patients that we treat with this certain technique or technology that we're going to show, just 5 or 6 years ago, they went to hospice. They didn't have an option. They were called no option patients. This is an exciting new technology, very innovative, and it has changed lives. And you're going to see from some of the patient testimonials that you'll see across from the procedure how it has changed lives.
So I'm looking forward to it, Doctor, and it's going to be great. It's the procedure that's going to be happening here with us on AZTV 7, but each week we'll be talking with the doctor about different health, heart problems, things that you can talk to your doctor about, things that you might not know. We'll get tips, and then we go into the office, which is going to, and we got to mention that this isn't, gosh, I don't know how to say this without it coming out wrong. This isn't like the past where it used to be kind of gruesome where you guys did the whole heart thing. This is more of I'm going to say a ballet, because it's beautiful what you guys are doing when I saw this. I hate this, I'm using those words because it's a procedure that is pretty amazing to watch live on TV.
You know, you said a ballet. A ballet is like a team effort, a team sport, and that's what this is. You are going to see the doctor's movement. There are multiple doctors in, and at times we don't even have to talk to each other because we know the next movement together. I sometimes say it's like a four-handed piece of music, Ferranti and Teicher, where we are moving together and doing things together almost effortlessly because we work together every day. I think it's going to be really exciting for you guys to watch.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again next week, Doctor, and thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So again, it's a procedure. We're leading up to it, and each week we talk with Dr. Rizik about what is going to be going on and also about your heart health. So keep it here on AZTV and on the Daily Mix, and don't forget you can find out more information at aztv.com about the procedure and what we'll be doing coming up in a couple weeks.